Alrighty. Good morning? Yeah, good morning everybody. How we all doing today? Starting a bit of a late time, just a bit out of sorts due to wonky sleepings on my end. Yeah, no, I think that's about all I got to say really there. We're just gonna jump right in. We should be finishing the game tonight. Yeah. Hey, Doomington, how's it going? One of these buttons does the thing. Ah, there it is. Press all the buttons on the controller. Right, yeah, so we left off yesterday on the approach to the Tower of Mirage. Which will be then leading up to... Well, we have the warp crystal, which we can use at the Tower of Mirage to get elsewhere from there as well. If you remember previously, we weren't even allowed into the Tower of Mirage. But by getting the Rosetta Stone and able to talk to the ancient folks and then getting a bell off of one of them, we are now able to enter said tower. Funny where tiger sprites are back. We haven't actually, like, had to restock our potions bag in a while. Might be something worth considering, actually. We're at, like, endgame money. Vorpal sword. Snicker snack. Worse than the defender. Well, never mind. Let's look at a healing helm out of those chests. Costs heal. Cool. Aegis shield. Nice. Protection against Poison and stone, very nice. Not gonna complain about that at all. Like, we still got protect rings on everybody, which prevents instant death being cast on us. Oh! Rogros! Now, if you've been paying attention to the admittedly very light plot, you'll know that this place is like ancient civilization stuff. Ancient high-tech civilization stuff. They got wiped out by Tiamat, which is, I will actually do that item pouch refill now that I think about it, before we, like, start up this. Final Fantasy often does the, like, either, like, ancient society with advanced technology or just straight-up Magitech stuff. So, like, people that are like, oh, robots in a Final Fantasy game, or technology in a Final Fantasy game, like, just tell me you've never played a Final Fantasy game before. Hey, Day, how's it going? Ask away. I may be able to answer. Well, there's your first mistake. What's up? I don't recall. For his, how do you call it, character arc? Would be spoilers, I guess. Do you care? I don't know if you've played through Final Fantasy II before, if you're aware. So like I wouldn't call him powerless at any point. I don't know if there's maybe there's like some sort of like line of dialogue somewhere. But, like, he starts out by, like, summoning forth, like, Hellspawn to take over the world, basically. So, even in his, like, initial state of the game, he's quite powerful. You end up, like, killing his ass. And then I think, was it base game, or was it for the, like, the remakes, he then claws his way back out of hell, and you have to fight him again. No, that is base game. Yeah, yeah. So, like, I don't think there's any point where I would consider him any kind of powerless. Unless, like, there's like, I don't know, lines about his childhood or something, maybe? But I can't remember that. Like, Final Fantasy II is the one I have the least knowledge on. No reason not to just have 99 of the buggers. 2 is not a Final Fantasy game, it's a Saga game. It's a very, very different experience. Yes, Yoshitaka Amano's art is always, as always, absolutely fantastic. At least as far as, like, the main cast is concerned, the Emperor was always a considerable threat, and then even more so. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I went and fucking... That's what I was complaining about, 15 gig patch! It's like, fuck! I only got so much room on the PS5. And, like, I know it's legit, because it's all three of, like, that's all three of the DLCs, which are all, like, legitimately extra content. But it's like 15 gigs on top of an already huge game. Like, fuck! Fuck, you're sitting at, like, a 90 gig install. Sure, it's not the worst. One of the Call of Duty games is like 200-some gigs, which is just obscene, but, like, still, it's so big. It's all the uncompressed music. That's the important part. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, I've even... Where is it? Like, I'm very much set to kick that off. Even went and put together a nice little... I found, like, the art, and then just gave it the logo, and, like, that fucking... How good is that? I love it. That art is so good. Anyway, that's for later. We're not there yet. Spoilers. Dear video game creators, compression, please. The thing that, like, Final Fantasy II is an interesting experience in its uniqueness as such, and, like, if you're fine with Like, the thing with Final Fantasy 2 is a lot of people roll into it like, oh yeah, I'm gonna play all the classic Final Fantasies, 1 through 6. And that way I know, you know, I've experienced the dawn of the JRPG sort of thing, but like, Final Fantasy 2 is not a Final Fantasy experience. And, like, I don't want to discourage people from playing Final Fantasy 2. It is just, it is such a different type of game. Just understand what you're going into. And, like, especially after coming off the back of Final Fantasy 1, which is such a, like, the like, baseline standard of, like, line your guys up, line their guys up, swing at each other, sort of JRPG. Again, I feel like I'm cheating using the map. Okay, that blue dragon's kind of scary. It's bonking the fighter for 30-some damage. That's actually quite a strong hit. Yeah. Yeah, no, I've memorized them all for having played. Mjolnir? Mjolnir? Apparently half is worthy. So we can either guard against lightning or we guard against fire and ice. What else did we pick up recently? Oh, the Sunblade. I'll take +2 attack for -2 accuracy. That sounds good to me. Undead slaying doesn't really matter to us. I don't think there's anything spicy undead left at this point. Oh, no, there is. There is. Yeah, he really is. The master sprite is something special. I mean, the game is from the 80s. Let that sink in. Initial release of Final Fantasy I, 1987. The original game is older than I am. The English release of this game is as old as I am. Hey, Chris, how's it going? Ah, okay, see, this is a good hint, but unnecessary, because we'd already stumbled into the other guy with a warp cube. I don't remember what Sid looked like in World of Final Fantasy. I need to redo World of Final Fantasy. I've never played it with the DLC stuff, which I think it just adds extra units for the most part, I think. Maxima. I do own it. I've just, like, I played the game through in its original release and fucking loved it. And I really should do it again at some point because nobody remembers that game. Nobody played that game. Fucking shame. So good. Though the English is really, really, really bad. Like Dragon Quest bad. But when I played through it, Maxima didn't exist. And that circle in the back there won't activate if you don't have the warp cube. And now that we came in here with the I'm actually curious. Sorry, I'm going to interrupt things for a bit. What did Maxima add? I feel like I should know the answer to this, but I don't. The first, like, quote-unquote DLC was Sora as a summon. Wait, what? You can transform into the... Yeah, holy shit. And that changes the BGM to relevant BGMs? Holy shit, that's cool as fuck. And they made it into a real JRPG. They added a fishing minigame. Yeah, I definitely need to do a Maxima playthrough. Holy shit, I didn't know about the character transforms. That's super cool. Especially, like, with the BGM stuff. That's cool as fuck. Now, I believe we do need to... The way this works, we need to run Mirage Tower and Sky Fortress back to back. You'll notice the, like, backgrounds and stuff here are a bit more technological looking, because we're in a floating city. Unfortunately, we don't go to space and fight God, but, floating sky city. Good times. I've never played the Wizardry games. I know the Ultima games pull that stuff a bunch of times, like it turns into suddenly aliens. See, I know it's basically just set dressing, but I much prefer the, like, ancient civilization, like, ancient technologically advanced civilization, to aliens. Maybe it's Might and Magic I'm thinking of, and not Ultima? It might be Might and Magic that I'm thinking of. Somewhat ironically, I'm not as good with, Okay, it is Mind Magic that I'm thinking of then, because I was thinking of the alien laser rifle. Not games I think I would ever stream. I'm not a big fan of the base Might and Magic games. Heroes of Might and Magic, however. Fucking love Heroes of Might and Magic. I'm not like, Russian tier love me some Hom, but I do love me some Hom 3. Sort of oddly, my, like, Western RPG knowledge is a bit more limited. It's a lot more the stuff I grew up with, which is, like, where the sort of Infinity Engine games took off, so Baldur's Gate and upwards. Unfortunately, I didn't have access to the Gold Box games as a kid. It's probably a good thing. Because there's no way I would have been able to appreciate them as a kid. Hey, Serpent Ryu, how's it going? Oh, please don't turn into a teleport maze. We did that already with Ordeals. Hey, Emma, Lucas, Caleb. I think we'll just stick with Emma. How's it going? Welcome. I am indeed doing pretty well. Rip. Now he is Juwan Punch. How to defeat my melee boys. Cast slow. Ah, man, FF15's a sticky one for me. I want to do another playthrough of that game with, like, all the content. Because I played through FF15, like, I finished that game at launch. Like, in less than a week after it launched, I finished it. And that was a very suboptimal way to experience Final Fantasy 15. It is... in its launch state, it was... not good. The open world stuff and driving around with the boys is cool. Very comfy. The game itself, like, is just... like, it was so unfinished. It was so obviously unfinished. There are things I doubt they'll have been able to fix that I had problems with it, but I do want to give it another full playthrough at some point to give it a proper reassessment. But like in its state at launch, you basically had to watch Kingsglaive and Brotherhood to have any context going into the start of the game. Which, I did see Kingsglaive at the movies. I never really saw Brotherhood. Like, I never probably sat down to watch. Was it Brotherhood? That was the anime, right? Which introduces the boys. You don't really get, like... In the game itself, you basically don't get any backstory. It's just, the car has broken down and you're on your way already. Another ribbon, very nice. Yeah, well, that's not quite the one I meant there, Fab, but yes, FMA Brotherhood is in fact fantastic. Three points of defense for... protects against all status. Like, yeah, that probably is worth the defense loss. I want to say, I think let me double check that. What's it called, Brotherhood? Yes, it was. Okay, I'm not mad. It's, I just get confused, because, yeah, obviously we have, like, yeah, FMA Brotherhood, but you also, Brotherhood is the, ultimate weapon for Tidus in Final Fantasy X, just to make things more confusing. Hey, Zelda, how's it going? Yeah, like, the point I was trying to get at there, though, is I like the expanded universe stuff, but your base game... Give me a second, doing some thinking. Evasion, we're not using the evade, so the extra, like, fire and instant death resist. Yes, please. Uh... I like the, like, expanded universe concept, but the base product should provide all the information within it to enjoy it as its own experience. The fact that, like, you've just got none of the stuff with, like, Luna Freya basically doesn't have any plot in the game itself. If you haven't watched Kingsglaive, you've got no context for her. She just shows up in the Water City and dies. And it's just like, oh, okay. And that's it. What the heck? Oh, is it the adamantite? It's the adamantite. Nice. That will be useful later. We could go cash it in now, but I'd rather not reset the whole dungeon. Our gear is not in any way lacking that we need to desperately go out and do that. But yes, that was my somewhat impromptu rant on Final Fantasy 15. Thank you for coming. That's cool. So once all 4 crystals are alight, we need to return to the Chaos Shrine. Thankfully, these aren't actual D&D vampire lords with fucking level drain. I mostly just remember the level drain. Some of the, did Final Fantasy 1 have level drain vampires? I don't think so. Because there were like video games that did have level drain vampires. Back to Mind Magic 6 again. Why am I not surprised? Tiamat's weakness is just hit it with a big axe. At least that's what I did in SOP. Yeah, old school D&D could be proper brutal. You, like, at, like, a level 1 adventuring party, everything was a threat. Like, kobolds, wolves, like, anything you think of as just, like, fodder is not fodder when you're a level 1 adventuring party. A kobold with a spear can hit you for, like, your entire health pool. Yeah, well, because wizards had 1d4 HP. When you've got 1 hit dice worth of health. We started out not high level, but like a bunch of levels up. I played a wizard in AD&D 2nd back in the day. Died to a dragon, a surprise attack dragon's frost breath out in some snowfields, and when resurrected, came back with a glass eye. So even as a child, the down one eye thing. Thankfully, Pool of Radiance, like, well, I don't know about thankfully, but hold, person, and sleep. Sasuke's blade? Naruto? I'm gonna assume that's probably only equipable on the, yeah, ninja. Is that meant to be just the katana from the original? Like, I've played through multiple different versions of Final Fantasy 1, so it starts to blur together in places. See, I don't think I first played Final Fantasy 1 until the Dawn of Souls release on the GBA, because I didn't have access to it. I do remember trying to track down the PS1 release. I think it was just 1 and 2, but I could never find it. Which, yeah, like, no one would have stocked it back then, so it makes sense I could have never found it, and that's, like, basically pre-internet. Actually, did it get a Euro release? Or did it get a PAL release? In 2003? That seems very late for a PlayStation 1 game. But yeah, I was never able to find it back in the day. And again, as I said, basically, like, pre-internet, so... I was able to get the PlayStation releases of Final Fantasy VI and Final Fantasy IV and V, which, as a young kid, that's fine, but as... when you have options later down the line in life, the PlayStation 1 versions are not the best. More the disk load times. Opening a menu had load time. Loading a random encounter had load time. But that's what I'm saying, like, as a kid, I wouldn't have noticed. The menus I did notice. I do remember the menus being yuck. But yeah, like they are not any versions I would recommend these days. We have so many options. I think I said it before actually, but like for Final Fantasy, I guess I'd just recommend. Yeah, okay, having a map breaks this. Oh god, no. All the mobile versions are garbage. And then the mobile versions that were ported to PC are just absolute trash. What was I gonna say? Don't do this to me, Fab. Oh, is this a spicy meatball bridge? Indeed it is. Okay. We'll take a couple of minutes to try to fish out Womack. but I'm not gonna spend long on it. It's like a 1 in 256 spawn chance. And actually, at the levels we're at, Warmech will destroy us. So I'm basically just fishing for a game over to waste the last hour of gameplay that we've done. Ah, Saga 2, yeah. The other thing is, we don't want, like, if we sit here for ages killing stuff, we're gonna end up massively overleveled. Mind you, I've known people that have, like, done this for, like, literally hours and not had Warmech spawn. So... couple more minutes. This is the other problem with trying to, like, farm for Warmech is, you're gonna run out of spells because of the flan packs. It's odd to think, given my sort of JRPG pedigree, I've never gotten into the Saga games at all. I've tried a few of them over the years, and it's never, no, there are some, like, some of the use items are multi. None of them are, like, high-level ones, though. It's like, yeah, Fire Out is like, that's not great. Thundara, like, they don't do shit, Captain. Yeah, Hitman has things. Well, have fun, Chris. It's good. The healing items are of much more value, like the ones that cost healing magic. Oh, yes, there are many, many other games where they are actually fantastic. It's just in this one that they're limited use. The buff spells and the healing spells are good because it means you can take some of the pressure off of your support casters. Say 2 more fights. If we don't get all War Mech, we'll move on. Again, like, we're rolling against ridiculously long odds. Like, I don't expect him to... I was just gonna take a few minutes to see if we got him. But, like... Yeah. As I said, I've known people to spend hours trying to get War Mech to spawn here. Like, it can take so long to get War Mech to spawn here. By the time you get him to spawn, you've leveled up enough you can actually fight him. Yes? I have a Bachelor of ICT with a major in networking. Should surprise no one that I am, in fact, a qualified computer nerd. Working out what you want to do with your life is a very tricky thing. Alright. Both our melee units are at Super Saiyan status. Jesus Christ! 920 damage! Fucking destroyed! And that is the Wind Temple done. Now, can go take on the final dungeon. But we have some other stuff to do first. So we got the adamantite, which we can take to the dwarf smith that way back in the game asked for the adamantite. I just gotta remember which one's the actual dwarven cave. Ah. Good job, mate. Fired! Hicks! Gulliver! I think with Excalibur, we're pretty much right to go hit up the final dungeon. We don't really have anything else we need to do. Oh, goblins. Could you do over 999 damage in the original game? I don't know. Now, if you were paying attention to some of the clues we got as well, there was talk of 5 sky people that got turned into bats. Find the 5 bats right at the beginning of the game here. They don't talk in time, obviously. And it turns out this is in fact another time loop game. We are on theme. We have witches and time looping. This one's a pretty aggressive time jump, though. We're going 2,000 years back. in Refrain, I can't remember, what, like 20, 30 years at most, and in Grim Grimoire it was 5 days, but done almost infinite amount of time. Hey, Dede Messiah? How's it going? Yes, we are now within the Chaos Shrine and cannot leave. This is the final dungeon. Depends. Do you want to play Final Fantasy 1? Then the Pixel Remaster is probably the best way to go about it. Oh, just listen to that music, though. God damn. I believe the console versions have some, like, trainer-style cheats, like, increasing XP gold and whatnot. I'm playing the PC version, that doesn't have that. But I mean, in the case of those, just don't use them if you don't want to cheat. I don't believe they're just mapped to a button press, but I actually don't know. I would have thought it would have been like a sub-menu or something, but again, I don't have the console version, because it's only, like, it only came out like 2 days ago for the console, or the PC version's been out for a while now. Yeah, no, I'm not sure as to how that stuff is enabled on the console versions. You'd have to look that up, sorry. The soundtrack is absolutely the main reason to get the Pixel remasters. Just across the entire run, they're just mwah. They're so good. Like just listen to this for a bit uninterrupted by like the combat stuff. Also, one thing that they do really well as well is the dungeon music resumes rather than starting the loop again. So you're not just hearing the opening couple of bars of each track. But yeah, the soundtrack on the Pixel remasters is absolutely phenomenal. And like as I said before, graphically, I like what they've done. They've kept a good pixel art style without going too over the top into the old 2D HD territory. Well, crap. I went up the one set of stairs I didn't want to go up. These are the progress stairs. We wish to explore first. Yeah, well, the, how do you call them? The phone ports that they did were awful, graphically. Whereas, again, like, I feel the pixel remasters, as I was just saying, really sort of nailed style. It has 8-way movement rather than 4-way movement. So yeah, you can move on the diagonals. We're just about to finish Final Fantasy 1, as you can see, and I've also finished Final Fantasy 3 in the pixel remaster form, and both were phenomenal. These are definitely the way I would, like, recommend people new to the series experience the games. And, like, obviously people revisiting as well, definitely a good time to be had. Like, in my case, I've played multiple different versions of Final Fantasy 1 over the years. I'd have to say this probably is my favorite version. Yeah, well, 3 never got an English release back in the day. There is a fan translation of the, Famicom release of FF3, but the Pixel Remaster is basically just the best version of FF3. Yeah, so, well, the PlayStation 1 versions are good because they stayed pretty true to the original design of Final Fantasy 1 and 2. But just upped the graphics. This is similar sort of design mindset, but with like quality of life, basically. Yeah, so that is the case in this one. In the, I think it was Dawn of Souls and the PSP remakes, I believe they switched over to an MP system, whereas yeah, this has the charges per level. One thing I will say, they added ethers into this version of it, which the original version didn't have. We haven't used the ethers, we're not going to use the ethers. But that definitely does break the resource management balance. Yeah, with Excalibur, the fighter has sort of caught up to the monk in damage range. Yeah, the MP system is obviously much more Final Fantasy staple as a whole, but as I say, the original game had the charge-based system because it was based off of D&D originally. So maintaining the charge-based system is my preference, definitely. Because that's sort of maintaining the original design intent of the game. Oh! One! Alright, fair enough. I think this actually gets us to the next... Yeah, see, like, ether there, and elixirs are elixirs, that's whatever. Also, thanks for the follow? Did the thing go off for the follow? I saw it pop up on my thingy, but I didn't see it pop up on the stream. Not broke yet, is it? Come back here in a second. Look around a bit more first. Damage starts to add up. This is why we stocked up on potions who were coming in. Don't want to use the healing magic if we can avoid it for now. Conserve our resources. Is that where we came up? I think it might be. Basically just on a full loop around here. just get my bearings. Alright, now we crack out the AoE magic. Oh, nope, we don't crack out the AoE magic. I pressed the button too quickly. Hey, crew, how's it going? This is what we have Nuke for. Oof. Oh, nice. That should be interesting. Cool. That guy's just there to sap your resources. What a dick. Thankfully, I think everyone's got prot rings on, so they're immune to instant death. You remember that fat loot we acquired right at the start of the game? All our resources. Just leave it to me. How to kill vampires. Stab with Excalibur. The counter rate's being a bit disagreeable at the moment. And now you'll notice where... I couldn't remember how all this linked up, but yeah, now we're at the back of the Chaos Shrine where we couldn't get to before. These guys are somewhat frustrating enemies, as is usual for Final Fantasy. Your entirely physically resistant enemies are always a bit of a bugger. Now we're in the basement. Paralyzed enemies always a bit annoying. El Basilisco. Technically, that's actually something you can do with the console versions, because under the sort of, like, quote-unquote cheats menu, you've got the option to turn up the XP rate, but you can also turn off the XP. It's something I brought up on a previous stream, and something I really appreciate Bravely Default for doing. It's having just options that you can, like, you know, turn up, turn down, normal XP, job XP. That way you don't end up over-leveled while you're just trying to level job classes up or get money for gear. Of all things, I think Xenoblade Definitive Edition is probably what did it best for me. It allowed you to muck with your level scaling, which is great for that game, because it meant I could do all the side quests and just turn my party level down, rather than, like, be massively over-leveled from having done, like, all the content. That's always the problem I hit. It's like, if I'm enjoying a JRPG, I want to be doing all the content in it, or most of the content in it. But then you end up massively over-leveled and just, like, destroy everything in the end game. Alright. First of the refights. Lich, take 2. Dark Cloud was the PS2 sort of dungeon crawler city builder, yeah? City builder is not quite the right description. But yes, I have played it. I haven't finished it, but I have played it. Actually, I've just realized we have a lot of refights to do, so kind of want to conserve some of our haste costs. Might just stick with using the saber cast from the menu. Just to conserve on spell. Oh boy, this place is big. Holy crap. No idea on that one, Rabbit, sorry. God damn it. Well, at least it's handy for that. I have accidentally gone the right way. Back we go. Oh, no, wait, actually, god damn it. I think I was going the right way. Yup. Blocked off down here. I do really appreciate how snappy everything is in the Pixel remasters. Like, the fight's in and going, and it just bang, 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 bang. This is why I stocked up on 99 high potions. Fire elementals are a little out of date. We've been punching fire elementals for a long time. Oh, another katana. Cannot use. Do not hit ninja. encounter rate definitely needs to calm down a little bit. That's actually good. We aren't, like, fully maxed on gear, so there is things we can pick up in these chests that are good. More defensive stats on the mages is certainly welcome. There's a lot of, like, exploration to be done here. It is the final dungeon, appropriately so. Alright. Need to heal up a bit. I want to, like, overly aggressively heal. Because we do want enough potions to get through this whole place. I'm gonna take a very short break here. I'm just gonna quickly take care of something, and then we'll be back and take on the next boss. Okay. On with the next 3 fights. This is it to conserve, buff uses. We'll just use the, item stuff. Basically, we're not going full Super Saiyan here, so that we can save it for when we need it. Hey, see, we're getting a little bit before the last boss yet, but yeah, if you were looking for the Chaos fight, that's coming up in a bit. We've refought Lich and Marlith. We still have to refight Kraken and Tiamat before we're up to Chaos. There's also the matter of getting through the final dungeon itself as well, which is quite chunky. The enemy packs are fairly strong, and the encounter rate is quite high. What, the white mage? Because it's a white mage. That's just how it be. Oh, you literally mean the item White Robe. Yes, I have on the White Mage. See ya, girl. Yeah, well, we've been, as if you just saw the fight against Marlith there, like we have been using the buff items rather than the direct spells. To conserve spell charges. Speaking of conserving spell charges, also using high potions to conserve on healing costs. It's just a mirrored loop. Should have gone and thrown down an AoE spell there. That was a mistake. I did it again. All right. Kraken time. Alas, not rum, but yes. I don't think I have any rum at the moment. Actually, I haven't had anything to drink in a while. But that's normal for me. Sometimes I have drinks, other times I don't. Again, intentionally not going Super Saiyan to conserve charges. Only going like Kaioken instead of Super Saiyan. That boy had very high defense. I wonder if the fighter will get to 999 before we finish. Is that? Okay, yeah, it's Super Katana. There we are. That's the best sword in the game. We have Max Gill. Remember in the early game we couldn't afford spells? We maxed out the Gill counter. Nah, okay, yeah. We'd need a fair few level ups before we got to 999 health. That ain't gonna happen, unfortunately. Vampire lords are running away from us. Okay. Time for the Tiamat refights. Try blind. I doubt it'll work. Might be worth throwing out a haste for this fight. We've got enough charges left. enable Super Saiyan for Fab. Hey, how's it going? Holy damage, Batman! It is nice to be able to see, like, the full overview for this case, because you can see what the actual, like, layout is. Yeah, now is the time to unlock. Shit's about to get real. Remember Garland? We killed him forever ago. Turns out it didn't take. Creating a perpetual time loop. And now we go full Super Saiyan. We are indeed here to kill chaos. Yeah, I can definitely see you coming from. Ravage. He does look a bit like the, I forgot the guy's name. Satan? And we can unload big magic as well. Ain't nothing to conserve no more. This is it. Willpower. Super Saiyan Fab. I've been avoiding using the elixirs because they added the how do you call it? They added the like quote-unquote MP restorative effect to elixirs. So, yes, they do the full heal, but they also restore full magic, which we've been avoiding using any of the magic restorative items, because the original game didn't have them. Christ. I'm here to punch chaos in the face! Whoa! Full screen effect, nice. Unfortunately, both of the mages, like, they're great when it comes to support and AoE, but when it comes to single target, it's all about that melee. Unsurprisingly, chaos is pretty relentless. But we came in with 2 Super Saiyans. Kaosu. Taosu. The time loop was severed at last. Endless struggle that raged over 2,000 years had ended, and peace prevailed once more. The light of the 4 crystals restored the forces of wind, water, earth, and fire. It was a mere trick of fate that had given rise to the chain of Garland's wrath. Magnified by the four forces meant to guide our world, that trick of fate also gave birth to the fiends. Monsters had run rampant as the world sank into darkness. But all that is now past. Four forces flowing as they were meant. Warriors prepared to cross time and return to the world they knew. World where Princess Sarah, Queen Jane, and even Garland himself awaits. When was this fateful day that sent time spiraling into a loop? None can say. It seemed the cycle into which time had fallen would last forever. The bravery of four young travelers changed that. Took the forces that filled the world with darkness and used them to bathe the world in light. None will ever recall the struggle the four endured, for the breaking of the chain means it never existed. But within the tales of fantasy that people tell, the memory of their deeds live on. Tales of dwarves and elves, of dragons and shining civilizations that reached for the heavens even as they fell. Now their return is upon us. The memory of their struggle buried deep in their hearts, they will quietly watch over our world. Remember always that the forces of the world must be used as they were intended. The power of light must never be used for dark, that the true crystals reside in your heart. For you are the warrior who crossed time. You are the bringer of light. Yeah, Kagai, as for the Mega Dungeon, I don't... it doesn't bother me so much that it's not here. Final Fantasy 1, at least, doesn't have enough mechanical complexity for that to really be of much interest. It's basically just more of what we did there. Final Fantasy 1 is very much... well, it's the original. The series will get much more mechanical complexity as it goes along, but this is the first. Yeah, I also really enjoyed this, Fab. There's a reason I've like replayed Final Fantasy 1 in many different variations over the years. It's a good game. It's not a long game, it's not a complicated game, it's a good game. I've always heard that that was the case, Day. That like it was their last hurrah, and then it was super successful. It's certainly what gave Squaresoft their name. They had made games before that, but none of them were, like, big deals. I mean, like, Square Enix has certainly fallen from grace in many ways. It's not impossible for them to do good stuff, though a lot of their good stuff is stuff that's, like, handed off to other studios these days. Like Strangers in Paradise, or like the Front Mission remakes, or like the Pixel remasters. Like, a lot of their stuff is their IPs, but done by someone else. I'm looking forward to 16. I'll definitely, like, I'll be doing that the day it comes out, 100%. But I've also not looked into 16 much at all beyond the original stuff. The fact that it's being done by Yoshi P and his team, that was me sold. Like, I was like, okay, yes, I'm down with that. Remake was really good. Remake was really good, and then Remake Integrate was amazing. Yeah, 14 is in-house. All the numbered Final Fantasy titles, like all the original release Final Fantasy titles, are in-house. The Pixel remasters aren't, because I'm pretty sure the Pixel remasters are done by an outside studio. Let me double check that. Silent Dragon, and no, that is not the plan. This was not the plan at all. It just I'd happened to be talking to people about the Pixel remasters the other week, and I was like, man, I forgot just how fucking good the music is in the Pixel remasters. And I was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna do Final Fantasy 1. Well, I personally want to see it go in some, like, completely different direction. I think that'd be interesting. Oh, the Pixel remasters might have actually been proper in-house. Hey, there you go. Alright, Square Enix can produce some good stuff still. I thought they were... Because I know a lot of their, like, remake-y stuff is farmed out. Like, the front mission stuff is, farmed out to Forever Entertainment and their subsidiaries. But no, the appropriate follow-up to Final Fantasy I is going to be another game I've been meaning to get to for a long time. Well, over a year anyway. And that will be a full playthrough of Strangers of Paradise. Basically, the most appropriate follow-up to Final Fantasy I. I figured I'd approach it just release order-wise. Well, you need the higher tier gear, don't you, to go in to the next set, basically? As for my personal favorite Final Fantasy, that's a hard question. The way I usually put it, Final Fantasy IX is the best Final Fantasy, and Final Fantasy VII is my favorite Final Fantasy. It's funny how long the credits are going here for, because, like, the original game was, like, 6 guys and a box of pizza. Normally it'd be 6 guys and, a couple of chicken wings, except that, turns out the guys didn't want chicken wings, he wanted pizza. What am I talking about? I have to go find the Limbus Company video. I'm not sure as to what, like, quote-unquote bugs they fixed for the other games. I do know they fixed a bunch of the bugs to Pixel remasters, like Final Fantasy 1. A lot of the, like, funky effects all actually work now, rather than doing nothing. So I'm going to assume they fixed a bunch of stuff with the others as well, like 6 blind probably works now, like physical evade and magical evade probably work properly now. Alrighty. Where does that put us, I wonder? Okay, that makes sense. That's nice, though. You get to keep all the levels and gil and gear that you collected in the final dungeon. You can go potter around the world again. I suppose all you'd really want to do is maybe go up the Mirage Tower into the floating fortress and try to fight Warmech. That's about all that would be left to do at this point, but I'm not going to bother with that. That's just RNG time sink. You have a lot of the original Yoshitaka Amano art included, which is very nice. This piece of art got turned into a CG movie sequence in the PlayStation versions. Did we? I don't think we ever fought a behemoth. Take it easy, Silent Dragon. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for the follow. Goblin. You can see how well, like, they rendered the art into the sprites. They very much kept the art style. Yeah, there's the were-tiger. Again, the sprite accurately represents. It's just like, what the fuck? Missing a leg and an arm. I realize it's perspective, but still. Yeah, the Mechie boys. Golem. Kraken actually looks quite imposing in his art. Oops. I wonder if it gives us a percentage. 125 out of 128, so we're missing Warmech and something. Oh, and something else is here. Missing 3 things. Warmech I can account for. Oh, 2 things? Oh, yeah. Oh, there should be 3 things. I don't know what else to missed. Unless there is actually a... Oh. Interesting. Oop. Did we miss like an early game wolf variant somehow? Because there was that art for fighting Behemoth. Was there... well, okay, so one of the 3 we missed is War Mech, because I wasn't sitting there for hours trying to get him to spawn. I don't recall there being Behemoth in Final Fantasy 1, though. No worries, Fab. Take it easy. We're about to finish up anyway. I'm just poking things. I am curious what the others we've missed, though. So that's meant to be Crazy Horse, apparently. 118 is War Mech. And 115 is Soldier? Oh, it's a variant on the... How did we not see them? Interesting. Sure is. It's another one of the, like, the robot enemies. We saw the art for them in the art gallery. But yeah, but the War Mech, I knew we missed. Soldier, I guess, like, Soldier and Crazy Horse, I guess, was just a case of they just never spawned. Yeah, no, I would consider like trying to complete the Bestiary, but again, the main issue is the missing War Mech, which because of its super low spawn chance can potentially take hours to get it to spawn. That's just not worth the bother, really. Yeah, I think with that I'll finish up here. I think Wiki is still playing Minecraft Legends, so I might send you over to hang out with him. I don't know how much longer he'll be going for though, because Wiki's ending. Okay, I was gonna say it's about time for Wiki to end. He's been going for a long time. Yeah, no, that makes sense. All right, then you get to hang out with no one. You just get darkness, depression, sadness, the void. As I was saying, the next thing we'll be doing will be Strangers of Paradise. When that'll start, I'm not sure. I've got work the next few days running, so it just depends if I've got good energy left after work and I'm feeling good, then we'll start up sometime in the next couple of days. Otherwise, Monday at the latest. Or probably Sunday at the latest, actually, I'd say. We should definitely get a stream in on Sunday. So, Friday, Saturday, don't know. Depends on work. We'll see how we go. But for now, that is all. Thanks for watching, everyone, and hopefully I'll see you all next time.